Marchand is proving he can still thrive too, tracking his first 35-goal season in 5 years. The NHL has become a young man's league in the past decade or so, but that doesn't mean the kids have completely run the veterans out of town. In this week's edition of the Sportsnet Power Rankings, we are paying homage to the over 35 guys whose play this year proves unequivocally they have still got it. Sidney Crosby is really the inspiration for this topic because he has been so good for the Pittsburgh Penguins this year. Crosby has one 50-goal season on his career resume, and it came way back in 2009-10. The way he's going this year, number 87 might just add a second at age 36. And you know what? Crosby is now under 200 points from overtaking Mario Lemieux as the Penguins' all-time franchise leader. If he can stay healthy, Sid, still playing like a kid, is probably going to do it. Unlike the Penguins, the Dallas Stars are loaded with young talent, from Miro Heiskanen to Jason Robertson to Wyatt Johnston. Still, look at the top of the Stars scoring chart and you will find 39-year-old Joe Pavelski. I think we still sometimes sleep on what an incredible story Pavelski has, from being passed over completely in his first year of draft eligibility to being a 7th rounder of the San Jose Sharks in 2003 to what he's done in Dallas during an amazing closing chapter to his career. At 39 years and 149 days old, Pavelski is the second oldest player in the league. Only the Leafs' Mark Giordano is older. And the Wisconsin native is still whacking pucks home and setting up teammates at a point-per-game clip. Having a great season at 35 or older is one thing, but how about having the best campaign of your career after turning 36 just before training camp opened? That is the situation in Minnesota with Matt Zuccarello. The Hobbit, as he's affectionately known, has never had an 80-point campaign, yet here he is at age 36 on pace for 96 points with a Wild team that's been playing much better after a coaching change. I don't think they make much wine in Zuccarello's native Norway, but my goodness, is he ever aging like a fine one. He might be tracking his most productive year ever right now, but his previous 2 career best seasons came with the Wild in each of the past 2 years. When he inked a free agent deal with the Wild ahead of his 32nd birthday, I think a few of us were sort of wondering, what's Minnesota doing signing a 60-point guy who's headed into the back nine of his career? Well, Zuccarello's been a bargain since day one, and oh, by the way, he's in the final year of a deal that could see him become a UFA again in July. Now, it's hard to imagine new Bruins captain Brad Marchand ever playing anywhere else, but man, is he sure doing a great job with LAB. Life after Bergeron. We all thought the Bees would take a step back with the retirement of Marchand's longtime running mate Patrice Bergeron in the summer, yet here they are, still leading the Atlantic Division. Marchand, now somehow 35 years old already, is proving he can still thrive too, playing at a point-per-game clip and tracking his first 35-goal season in 5 years. We've been talking about guys still putting the puck in the net past their 35th birthday, but how about some of the guys stopping those pucks at a point in their career where their knees and hips are supposed to turn into dust? We all figured Jonathan Quick had come to the end of the line when the Kings dumped the franchise icon at the trade deadline last year. Quick, who turns 38 in January and is the second oldest goalie in the league after Marc-Andre Fleury, has done amazing work with the New York Rangers, while number 1 man Igor Shesterkin has battled some injuries. Meanwhile, Quick's old team in Los Angeles employs the 3rd oldest goalie in the league in Cam Talbot, and he's been nothing short of spectacular. Whether you're talking wins, goals against average, save percentage, the 36-year-old ranks among the best goalies in the league, and he's doing it for the discount cap hit of $1 million. So far, the Kings' gamble on Talbot has really paid off. Now let's get a look at the full ranking. The Canucks are up 1 spot to number 8 this week, and we'll see if the acquisition of big defenseman Nikita Zadorov can help Vancouver stay among the elite teams in the NHL. How about them Coyotes, way up to 13? Not only is Arizona on a 5-game winning streak, those victories have come against the past 6 Stanley Cup champions. For a while, it looked like Nashville might be down in the basement all year long, but UC Saros is looking like his old self these days, which means the Preds will likely be pushing for a playoff spot. After a hot start, the Ducks find themselves in the dreaded number 32 spot. Anaheim has 1 victory in its past 10 outings and doesn't have a 60-minute win since mid-November. Okay, I'm Ryan Dixon. I like to think I'm doing some of my best work past age 35. Find out for yourself, though, by coming back here next week and all year long for the Sportsnet Power Rankings.